Time for the coach's comment, catching up with Darcy Park, the head coach of the Edmonton Wildcats. Hi, Coach.
How are you doing?
Good. How's the offseason been for yourself and for the Wildcats?
I think like most of the teams, it's been great being able to kind of get back into our regular schedule. You know, we were able to have off-season workouts with our team, a regular spring camp, and you know what? It's been great. Our guys have bought in. We've done a lot of work with them off the field in terms of our leadership group and trying to define and create the culture that we want to have, and it's been excellent.
So it's been great to kind of get back into the normal swing of things, but do you take what you've learned or anything from the COVID year and now implement it here, even though it's not COVID?
Oh, I think 100%. You know, one of the things is obviously just with the price of gas, you know, being able to do things virtually and try and again take a little pressure off of our athletes who maybe live out of town, being able to schedule some things online again as we're getting closer to main camp. And again, even with coaches, again, if you can give those guys an evening where when we're meeting, it doesn't have to be everyone down into the building. They can meet remotely. So those things have definitely probably are going to stay as part of the norm now moving forward. But I guess if you're going to look at positives, that's one of them for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure you've had spring camp, your main camp's coming up. How did it turn out and what do you expect for main camp?
Yeah, I mean, our spring camp was really good. We there's a couple of communities that have built new facilities, so we got to go to Beaumont to run our spring camp, which is just a little bit south of Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
Owen Leps was the head coach there, and he's on our staff as a quarterback coach. So for us to be able to go out there and again promote football in conjunction with their minor league system, it was great. I mean, a great facility. They opened up the school, so we were able to have really good meetings, and our players were allowed to kind of begin to do some of the things we talked about in our leadership thing. You know, we have Coach Spady and Coach Schwartz, who are both administrators in their respective school districts. You know, we brought in a big group and started to define leadership, and then again talk about our virtues as a club. And our spring camp, we were able to kind of implement it, and you know, I don't think as an organization we couldn't be happier with the way the players, the veteran players, welcomed the new kids in. We got a lot of great work done, and then you know, made some tough decisions about bringing kids back to camp. But again, I think we're really excited about the group. Obviously, you know, led by our quarterback, who's going to be in his final year of eligibility, Devin Desormo. So you know, he looks great. He's committed to all of our off-season stuff. He's bringing along the receivers with him, and we're really excited for his leadership.
So important to have those key positions coming back, isn't it? I mean, you've been around now a while. That a veteran quarterback is just so important in the CJFL.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. I think you know, we've always tended to be a little bit on the young side. We're proud of being able to have players come in and compete for roster spots and move on to university. You know, that's part of our mandate. We believe we are a developmental team. We also want to win. So we've got a great group of kids who, you know, want to come here and want to push to play, are excited to compete in a great football league. And then to have veterans who have kind of been there and have been through some tough times, but are again committed to the overall team and have made the commitment to helping have a positive impact on our young players. We think that's going to go a long way for us. You know, we have Devin, we have Nathan Zacharias at running back. You got Tanner Holt at receiver. Those are all guys who have been around this league now for 4 or 5 years. And, you know, they understand how competitive it is and how, again, you've got to be able to control what you can control. So, again, on the offensive side, we think that those guys have done a great job. And then on our defensive side, again, too, we've got great leadership over there and some guys who we're going to be counting on to not only produce on the field, but again, more importantly, create an environment where all of our athletes have a chance to, you know, be the best version of themselves.
Okay, so with main camp a few weeks away now, where's the best competition? Which position is really exciting for you?
Well, I think, you know, we talk about our, you know, we're going through what we think our strengths are. We think our strengths are at running back. We had Nathan Zacharias, who was an all-conference, excellent. We had a great rookie last year in Jaden Sack, who came in, who's a completely different back. He's a big back. Declan Mullen was an all-star as a returner So obviously he's someone, again, we're looking at to be able to get the ball to. And then there's a really good player we've had for 2 years. He's really been developing. He's probably, I would put him as, in terms of athletic ability, tops in the whole country. In terms of speed, agility. The funny thing about him, Manny McGill, is he had trouble catching the ball and was just a little bit off, and we finally got his eyes checked, and he needed the sport goggles. So come spring camp, he put on the sport goggles, and throughout our off season and into our summer workouts, he's like a completely different person. We were all just kind of laughing at how blind was he trying to play out there in blurred vision, and all of a sudden he can see. So we're expecting him to take a big jump. I think, again, our receivers are going to be really competitive. We brought in 2 young kids who we think are going to be able to compete, Max Taylor and Hebert. Again, Hebert's a 6'6", lanky, good speed, and Max will be an inside guy. So again, with our veteran guys, Ethan Henderson, Tanner Holt, Nathan Brake, we think we're going to be that's going to be a great spot. We're going to have some depth. O-line, again, we've got a chunk of our returning guys coming back who played together for a year, and they've been working out hard together. And again, Coach Tapp and Coach Ben Fairbrother have done a great job in building that group as a unit, where the guys are all, again, working hard for the common goal. So I think on the offensive side, obviously we have Devin as our number one, the QB1, but behind him we've got, Olenek, who's a second-year guy, and we've got Caleb Taylor, who came to us from the U of A as a second-year player. So we think we're going to have a good battle for that backup spot. Both are, great kids and ready to kind of, make that impression on our team. So again, the offensive side, we think we'll be pretty excited. On the defensive side, I think our D-line is going to be our strength. The linebackers, we're going to be a little bit young, but we're excited with the group we have in terms of the athletes. And then in the secondary, we've got some veterans back there, and we've got some great young kids coming in who we are expecting to push to play.
Sounds like a ton of players. Is that typical? Are you going to have over 100 guys come for main camp?
No, we went, I think like most teams coming out of COVID, we went a little bit high because everyone was unsure whether you were going to lose players based on, what would happen with testing. So last year we carried around 93, and for us, that was just too much. You want to have everyone to be able to have a role on the roster. You want everyone to be able to compete for at least dressing at our home games. Yeah. So we're going to come back into camp at around 85 and really try and get it down to that 75 number. Maybe, I'm sure there's going to be guys who are going to, earn their way on and stay on our roster. We have 83 lockers in our facility, and that's kind of our top end number. We're really going to try and get back to that. And then that way we think with the injuries and, how the season moves along, everyone on our roster is going to have a role, and they're going to be able to have an opportunity to continue to build on it based on what they do and what they can contribute.
Yeah. Do you like this time of season as main camp approaches? This is an exciting time, or is it a stressful time for you?
No, this is like, it is exciting. Like we've been running weekly workouts and getting the guys together. And again, everyone's starting off fresh. I think, like I said before, I couldn't be happier with the work that the coaches have done in the off season. There's always going to be maybe players you count on who decide to move on. Sure. And then, so once you get over kind of that sting of, you're happy for them that they're going to go look for another opportunity and move on. But, you get to refocus back on what you have in your facility. And our coaches have done a great job of again, just, identifying the guys we have, their strengths. And then through the last couple months, trying to just, make sure we provide an environment where they're going to be able to be the best version of themselves.
Sounds like fun. Lots of things happening there with the Wildcats. Coach, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks very much.